Exam is about to start and you are scared. Why? Is it because you've not prepared very well? Or you are too lazy to read, to complete your notes? What is it actually? You know it didn't have to be this way. Well, here is something you must do before you write that exam. Get a clean sheet of paper. Write down all the subjects you are going to write in this exam. Grade yourself ahead of time. For instance, you write mathematics, A, English, A, CROS, B, something like that. Grade yourself based on what you can achieve. So if your previous grade for English was a B, grade yourself an A now. Remember, you've not written this exam, the result is not yet out, but this is the target you are setting for yourself. This is the benchmark you are giving yourself. That is, come what may, you must achieve this grade. Because of this, you have to prepare to the level of the grade you want to achieve. So if you know that you got a B in English the last term, and this term you want to get an A, the way you prepared for the B grade is not the way you prepare for an A grade. So you have to check the way you studied last time, look for the things that you did wrong that you need to correct this time, and look for the things that you did better that you need to maintain and keep doing this time around. By the time you check yourself and prepare according to this, you'll find out that you will do better this time. If you got a C previously, you're setting your target to be a B this time. If you got an E, you're setting your grade to be C. Because if you got an E, that means you have the capability of getting a C. Maybe you didn't study properly or you did not understand what was taught. You can still give yourself a D if you think that's your capability. So if you had an E, please aim for a C, not a D. There is no much difference there. You have to really push yourself. If you had a C, aim for a B or an A. So you aim higher. But if you feel your capability is not up to an A, okay, you can do a B. But make sure that whatever you do not remain on that same level you were last term. Make sure that the result you had last term is not what you're bringing home this time. It has to be higher. Why? Because if you do this now, next term, the target is going to be higher. And before you know it, where you will be, you'll be amazed. That is why some students that are intentional about their grades, you'll be wondering, you were doing a C before. What is going on? Now you are an A student. It didn't happen by magic. It was intentional. So you have to also be intentional about your own results. Starting from now, it's high time you woke up and take your result to the next level. The ball is now in your court. And don't say I didn't tell you early. You still have time to make that happen. You still have time to study. Another thing you have to do is to create a study timetable. You can't be going for an exam and you don't have a study timetable. How do you plan to study? Or you just wake up anytime and you read? You know, sometimes when you do that, you might be tired, you might be bored, you might sleep off. And no, I've already said something about this in my previous post. So you can go check it out. Just like the way you have a timetable in school. From so and so time to so and so time, you are learning this subject. So have your own timetable at home. Maybe at the end of the day, you might have 3 subjects you'll be reading a day after school, or 2 subjects. At least start somewhere. By the time you do this, you'll find out that before exam time, you studied almost all the subjects. Why? Because you are being intentional about how you study. You are being intentional about the targets you set for yourself. By the time you do all this, I'm very sure you'll have a good result. Remember, laziness will not help you achieve these targets. You have to be willing and ready to make this work. I wish you all the best.